Hey, welcome. So, tax season is right around the corner, and the market's always doing something, right? This makes right now the perfect time to get really intentional with your money. So, we're going to break down 7 super practical money moves you can make that'll pay off both right now and way down the road. Let's dive in. So, let me just ask you this, straight up. When was the last time you actually made a deliberate, forward-looking decision about your money? Not just, reacting to a bill or checking your bank balance, but really sat down and made a plan. If you're kind of drawing a blank right now, hey, you're in the right place. That's exactly what we're about to change. All right, here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to hit some urgent tax and portfolio moves you can make, like right now. Then, we'll shift gears to strengthening your financial foundation, the really important stuff. After that, we'll hunt for ways to optimize your monthly cash flow, and we'll wrap it all up by setting some clear goals and laying out a final action plan. Okay, first up, we've got 2 moves that are super timely as we're closing out the first quarter of the year. Seriously, these are opportunities you just don't want to sleep on. Move number 1 is a big one, and it's something so many people miss out on every single year. So listen up, you can still contribute to your IRA for last year. A lot of us think that window slams shut on New Year's Day, but it doesn't. You actually have until the tax filing deadline, April 15th, to get that money in there and have it count for the previous year. And the limits are pretty generous. But the real magic, the absolute game changer here, is the Roth IRA. Just think about this for a second. Every single dollar of growth that money earns, for decades, it's all 100% tax-free when you take it out in retirement. I mean, that is a massive gift the government is giving you. Even if you can only put in a couple $100 right now, it is so worth it to get that tax-free growth engine started. Okay, so once you've got money in your accounts, the next move is to make sure it's actually working for you the way you intended. And that brings us to move number 2, rebalancing your portfolio. Now, I know that sounds like some complicated, intimidating Wall Street term, but I promise you the idea behind it is incredibly simple. Rebalancing is all about taking the emotion out of investing and just sticking to your plan. So imagine you set a target to be, say, 70% stocks and 30% bonds. Well, what if the stock market has a great run? All of a sudden, your portfolio might have drifted to be 80% stocks. Rebalancing is just the simple act of selling a few of those winning stocks and buying some more bonds to get back to your original 70-30 target. That's it. It's just financial discipline in action. All right, with those time-sensitive tasks out of the way, let's talk about building a rock-solid foundation. These next 2 moves are all about making your finances more resilient, kind of bulletproof. Move number 3, and please, whatever you do, do not skip this one. This isn't just about saving money, it's about buying yourself peace of mind. A solid emergency fund is like a firewall between your long-term goals and life's crazy curveballs. It gives you the breathing room to make smart decisions instead of panicked ones. So the goal here is to have 3 to 6 months of your essential living expenses tucked away somewhere safe. But, and this is key, don't just let it sit in a regular old savings account earning basically nothing. Put that cash in a high-yield savings account. Right now, a lot of them are paying out 4, even 5% in interest. That way, your safety net isn't just sitting there, it's actually growing while it protects you. Move number 4 is a super simple financial health checkup that, honestly, way too many of us forget to do. And that's checking your credit report. This isn't just for when you're applying for a loan, it's about making sure your financial identity is actually accurate. And here is exactly why this is so critical. Studies have shown that about 1 in 5 people has a mistake on their credit report. Just let that sink in for a second. That's a huge number. An error you don't even know is there could be quietly costing you thousands of dollars in higher interest rates on everything from a car loan to your mortgage. But the good news is it's totally free and really easy to check. You can get your full reports from all 3 of the big bureaus. That's Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion at annualcreditreport.com. Just take 30 minutes, go through them line by line, and if you spot an error, you have every right to dispute it and get it fixed. Okay, so we've covered the urgent stuff and we've talked about your foundation. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of your monthly budget and see if we can find you some extra cash. This quote really says it all, doesn't it? We sign up for a free trial here, another subscription there, we forget about them, and all of a sudden, we're bleeding money on things we haven't even used in months. This subscription creep is such a silent drain on our bank accounts. Let's put that into perspective. $100 a month, that's $1,200 a year. I mean, what could you do with an extra $1,200? That could be a huge chunk of your IRA contribution, it could knock down some high-interest debt, Or it could seriously boost that emergency fund we were just talking about.
So here's your fifth move. Do a subscription audit. It's a dead simple two-step process. Just pull up your last 2 months of bank or credit card statements and go through every single charge. If you see something recurring that you haven't used in the past month, cancel it, like right now, today.
All right, move number 6 is for anybody out there who feels kind of paralyzed by that fear of investing at the wrong time. The absolute best solution for that fear is to start dollar cost averaging. And the best time to start is, you guessed it, right now. The whole concept is so simple, but so powerful. You just invest a fixed amount of money, whether it's $25, $50, whatever you're comfortable with, on a set schedule, like the first of every month. By doing this automatically, no matter what the market is doing, you take all the emotion and all the guesswork out of the equation. You just set it, forget it, and let consistency work its magic over the long haul. And that brings us to our final move. And this is the one that really ties everything else together. It's all about looking ahead and being intentional with what you want to achieve next. So as we get ready to roll into the second quarter, don't just drift into it. Ask yourself these 3 simple questions and be specific. How much exactly will you save? Which specific debt are you going to attack? What's one new thing you're going to learn? Actually, write down your answers and stick them somewhere you'll see them every day. That simple act of planning is what really separates financial success from just kind of staying put. Okay, I know that was a lot of information we just went through, so let's pull it all together into one clear, simple action plan you can use. So here it is, the full list. You've got your timely moves: fund last year's IRA and rebalance your portfolio. Then strengthen your foundation, beef up that emergency fund, and check your credit reports. After that, optimize your cash flow, audit those subscriptions, and start dollar cost averaging. And finally, set clear goals for the next quarter. Now look, don't get overwhelmed by this list. The key is progress, not perfection. Just pick 1 or 2 of these that really speak to you and start there. So I'll just leave you with this final question to chew on. If you really commit to just 1 or 2 of these moves, starting today, what could your financial life look like in just 90 days? The power to completely change that picture is in your hands, and it starts right now.